Yo, 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 yo. Alright, I'm not gonna wait for anybody. Uh, Welcome back, No Trash Family. It's your host, Eddie, aka the regular season champion, aka Buford, back with another Power Rankings episode. Um, like I said, we are currently in week 13. This time I didn't have many notes last time. I kind of just went with, who had the better record and opponent's record. That's what I base it off. But this week I'm basing it off how many how many top 16 opponents they played, their division record and their non-division record, and their current playoff seeding. And I'm also doing seeds 1 through 16, so 17 through 32. I'm not talking about them. It's honestly a waste of time, except a couple teams that's currently in the hunt. But anybody who got less than 4 wins, I'm not discussing. It's just a waste of time. Sorry, get better. Don't at me. So today, not today. I'm gonna start off from 16 and I'm gonna go to 1, and then we're gonna go to the playoff picture. So right now, who I got currently at 16 is the New York Jets, aka Colton. He is currently on a 2-game win streak. He is the only top 16 team sitting at 500 with a 6-6 record. He's 3-1 versus the division, but he's 3-5 against non-division opponents. He's currently played 5 top 16 opponents: the Dolphins, 49ers, Jaguars, Seahawks, and Broncos. And he has a 1-4 record against them, only beating, I want to say, the Jaguars. Yes, boom. And right now, he is currently in the playoff hunt. He is currently out of the hunt. I mean, I don't know. He's currently out of the playoff picture. And then at 15, I got Mert, the Baltimore Ravens. He's currently at a 6-5. Oh, I forgot. Cohen's last power rankings in week 9. His ranking was 17, so he moved up one. And Mert, he's currently at 15 with a 6-5 record, and in week 9 he was at 12. He's currently on a 2-game losing streak. He's 1-1 versus his division. He's 5-4 versus non-division opponents. He's played 5 top 16 opponents, being the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Eagles, Cowboys, and the Broncos. And he currently has a 1-4 record against those opponents, with the one win being against the Dallas Cowboys, who was undefeated. So, impressive win. And he is currently number 7 in the AFC playoff picture. Number 14, I got the 49ers, aka Chris, sitting at a 7-5 record. Didn't really move up in the power rankings, didn't move down neither. He was 14th ranked in week 9. Uh, right now, he lost his last division. I mean, he lost his last game against the Saints, who's currently 6th seed. I don't know why I just spoiled that, but I did. He's 2-2 versus division opponents. He's 5-3 versus non-division opponents. He played 7 top 16 opponents, being the Cardinals twice, the Seahawks, the Saints, the Eagles, the Jets, and the Dolphins. And he currently has a 2-5 record. And right now, since the NFC is so stacked, with a 7-5 record, he is currently in the hunt. And then at number 13, I got Gerard, aka the Jaguars. He has a 7-5 record. He was the 15th seed in week 9, so he's moved up 2 spots. He won his last 3 out of 4 games in blowout fashion. Currently lost to the Lions, who we're gonna get to later. He's 5-1 versus his division, but he's 2-4 against non-division opponents. He's played 7 top 16 opponents, being the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Jets, the Titans twice, the Dolphins, and the Lions. And he currently has a 3-4 record against them, recently losing to the Lions 38-7. Right now, he is currently number 6 in the AFC playoff picture. And yeah. Um. Oh, cool. Hold on. Let me mute that real quick. At number 12, I got Scotty. I got Justin. He is the Dolphins. Yes. Currently with a 6-4-1 record. So I had changed this. I originally had. Hold on. Let me pull up the power rankings I previously had. So I originally had Scotty at 13, and I had Gerard at 12. But after looking over his schedule, seeing that he beat the Jags in a close game, I had to bump him over Gerard. So he is currently at 12. He won his last game against the Patriots. Not really, not really impressive. He's 2-3 versus his division. I don't know how, but he's 4-1-1 against non-division opponents. He's played 4 top 16 opponents, being the 49ers, the Jaguars, the Seahawks, and the Lions, and he has a 2-1-1 record against them. The one tie being the Seattle Seahawks. And right now in the AFC playoff picture, he is currently the 4th seed. Am I missing anybody? Did I put somebody too high? Oh, no, 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 no. No, I didn't. Okay. Boom. Am I missing somebody? Nah, fuck it. So I just talked about Scotty. He was 13, but I bumped him up. Number 11, I got Tyler. The Eagles sitting at 8-4. In week 9, he was currently the 5th seed in the power rankings, but he has dropped 6 spots since. He started 6-0, and he's currently 2-4 in his last 6 games. Currently on a 6-game. Hold on, let me go to the Eagles. He's currently on a 3-game losing streak, losing to the Cowboys twice and the Commanders once. He's 2-4 in his division, but he is 6-0 versus non-division opponents. He is one of 3 teams, I believe. No, 4. Yeah, he is one of 4 teams currently undefeated versus non-division opponents. The massive drop-off being that he is 0-3. He's played 6 top 16 opponents, which is the Ravens, the Commanders twice, the 49ers, and the Cowboys twice, sitting at a 2-4 record versus top 16 opponents, and he is the 5th seed in the NFC playoff picture currently. And at number 10, I got Jimmy, who was the 8th seed, currently sitting at a 7-4 record. He started 5-0, but he is currently 2-4 in his last 6 games, losing to the Titans, Seahawks, and the Cowboys and the Bengals. But the Titans was a fair sim, so I don't really count. But if we want to count it, he lost to the Titans. He's 3-1 versus his division, and he's 4-3 versus non-division opponents. He's played 7 top 16 opponents, being the Saints, Bengals, the Eagles twice, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Titans. And he is currently sitting at a 3-4 record versus those top 16 opponents. And right now in the playoff picture, he's currently sitting at the 7th seed. So as you heard earlier, that Tyler was he was 5th seed in the playoff picture, but he's lower than Jimmy, is because Jimmy swept the Eagles, and that was the final decision of me putting him over Tyler. Then at number 9, I got Lou, my boy Louie. He is currently 8-3. He was number 10 in week's 9 power rankings. He is 4-1. He started 4-1 in his first 5 games, and now he's 4-2 in his last 6 games. 3-3 versus the division. He's 5-0 versus non-division, so that's the second team that's undefeated against non-division opponents. He played 3 top 16 opponents, which was the Jaguars twice and the Commanders. The Commanders being a fair sim win, and then getting swept by the Jaguars. And he is currently number 3 in the AFC playoff picture. If he wasn't 8-3, I would probably bump him down out of the top 10, probably in the 11-12 range. But since he only has 3 losses, and 2 of his losses being against a top 16 team, I gave him that nod of being in the top 10. And saying that he beat the team that was before him, the team that was before him in the power rankings, the Commanders, I gave him that nod. But if it was his, yeah. Hold on. What was I gonna say? Yeah, he's only played 3 top 16 opponents. He really hasn't had like a tough schedule, with the AFC South being a tad bit weak, and none of these. He's also played the Patriots, the Vikings, the Browns, who's also on a bad year. So yeah. Nah, that's not really a first place schedule. Come on, bro. But I'm gonna give you the nod. I'm gonna give you the top 10 nod because you are 8-3, and you are kind of correct. You do have to win your games. Number 8, I got Eric. I got the Chiefs sitting at 8-3. He moved into the top 10. He was formerly the 11th seed in Week's 9 power rankings. Let me go to the Chiefs real quick. He started 2-3, but ever since he acquired Saquon Barkley, no, it was okay. He started 2-2, and he's 6-1 ever since acquiring Saquon Barkley. As you can see right here, his first game with Saquon, 30 carries, 402 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Being 6-1 since acquiring Saquon Barkley is a very impressive feat. He is 3-1 versus his division, and he's 5-2 against non-division opponents. He's played 4 top 16 opponents, one being the Ravens, the Broncos, the Jaguars, and the Bengals. But he has a 1-3 record against the 4 teams. He's currently 5th seed in the AFC playoff picture. He would probably be lower. Actually, no, he sits at 8 because he's played a decent schedule. He's lost to the current the reigning Super Bowl champ. He's lost to the Jaguars. They have a little rivalry that's been in no trash for a while. Um, he also lost to the Bengals, who's also a top 3 team, and the Ravens. He beat the Ravens, so there you go. I wouldn't put him any higher, any lower. And at number 7, I got the Seattle Seahawks. I got Anthony sitting at an 8-3-1 record. He didn't move up or move down since the last power rankings, so he stayed at 7. So right now, he's 5-1-1 in his last 7 games. He is 1-2 in his division. One beating the Rams that he didn't play, and he's 0-2 against the Cardinals and the 49ers. Shout out to the Cardinals. But yeah, he's also played 6 top 16 opponents, being the Lions, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Commanders, the Dolphins, and the 49ers, sitting at a 2-3-1 record against those top 16 opponents, with wins coming against the Jets and the the Jets and the Commanders. The Commanders, he came back. I guess he was down 22. He had a 22-point comeback in the fourth quarter. I remember seeing the messages live in the chat. Very impressive win, especially from a guy who started, I believe, 6-0, 7-0, and yeah. Uh, the tie against the Dolphins, very weird tie indeed. Uh, that's all I gotta say about the Seahawks. They fucking suck. No cap. Nah, let me stop. The Seahawks are currently the 6th seed in the NFC playoff picture. And then I got at number 6, I got the New Orleans Saints. Carl sitting at 8-3. He's moved up 3 spots since the Week 9 power rankings. He was the 9th seed. Now he's sitting at 6. He is 8-2 since acquiring Deshaun Watson. Had a questionable game right here against the Vikings, but other than that, very impressive wins against other teams. He's 4-0 versus his division, and he's 4-3 in non-division games. He's played 4 top 16 teams, being the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Broncos, and the 49ers, with a 1-3 record, and that one win only being against the 49ers. Now, him being at 6, you can kind of argue that he could be lower, he could be higher. I think he's 6 because the teams he lost to, you got the Commanders, who was 6-0. It was week 1, and this is before he got Watson, and it was a close game. The game against the Cowboys, another close game against the top 3 team. Well, formerly, spoiler. He lost against the Broncos, a Super Bowl rematch that kind of didn't go well, as expected, because that Broncos team is crazy. And he beat the 49ers. So right now he is currently sitting at number 4 in the playoff seed, currently leading his division. I completely forgot to add where they stand at in the division, but I don't care. Fuck it. Now we're gonna move into the top 5. This was pretty tough because I made some changes too from the previous spots. You know, I moved a couple people down, I moved a couple people up. Well, I moved one person up and I moved a couple people down. And starting at 5, I got Dylan with a 10-2 record. He lost his first game, but he's won 10 out of his last 11 in blowout fashion in most of these games. He's 3-1 in his division with a questionable loss against WAP, and he's 7-1 versus non-division opponents. He's played 4 top 16 opponents, being the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars, and he is undefeated against all those top 16 opponents. He didn't play against the Cardinals. He didn't play against me because I had a family matter to attend to. But if I'm going by, him beating me, he beat the Cardinals and is impressive nonetheless. Let's hope they match up in the playoffs. It should be a good one. He is currently sitting at number 3 in the NFC playoff picture. And if it weren't for the 4 teams that was ahead of him, I would have probably put him in the top 3. He is definitely top 2, top 3 worthy. But the 4 teams ahead of him, like I said earlier, I'm repeating shit. It was kind of tough. So at number 4, and also, well, since he has 2 losses, and the other teams that I'm about to mention now, they only have 1 loss or 0 losses. And speaking of those teams, at number 4, I got Larry. I got the Cowboys sitting at a 10-1 record. He was previously sitting at the 3 seed in the power rankings. He started 7-0. He's won his 4 out of his last 5 games. He's 4-0 against his division, and he's 6-1 versus non-division opponents. He's played 6 top 16 opponents, being the Bengals, the Saints, the Commanders, the Ravens, and the Eagles twice, sitting at a 5-1 record. And he is currently the number 2 seed in the NFC playoff picture. So, at first, I had Larry at 2, and then I had, I'm just going to spoil it, I had me at 2, I had Larry at 3, and I had Cam at 4. But I had to bump Larry down because that loss to the Ravens, it was a close game. But since the Ravens is lower in the power rankings, I had to bump him down because the next 2 teams, the teams that they lost to higher seeds. So he could be a top 2 team, he could be a top 3 team. But with the final decision, I had to put him at 4 because he only lost to the Ravens. That's it. Then the next team, I got myself, your boy Buford, Glibbert, Cornelius, whatever you want to call me, the Cardinals, sitting at 10-1, formerly the 2 seed in Week 9's power rankings. I started 9-0, and then I'm 1-1 in my last 2 games. I didn't play the Lions, so currently I'm still undefeated, but I'm going to count that as a loss because it's a part of my schedule. I'm currently 5-0 versus my division, weak-ass division, don't at me. And 5-1 against non-division opponents, that 1 loss being to the Lions. I played 4 top 16 opponents. The Seahawks, the 49ers twice, and then the Lions, sitting at a 3-1 record. Currently the number 1 seed in the NFC playoff picture, and I think that's why me sitting at 3 is the right decision, only because the team I quote-unquote lost to is higher in the power rankings list. And yeah, but if I didn't play the Lions, so my schedule is weird. Because I could be 4, I could be 5. Because my opponents I played the Rams twice, who is currently still defeated. I don't think he has a win. I played the Bears, who has 1 win. I think the Buccaneers are still defeated with no wins. I played the Vikings, who's 1-9. So I played the Patriots. So my schedule is pretty weak. Weak as hell. Not gonna lie. But that's what happens when you kick a user who was previously in 4th place. I play who I play, just like how Lou said. And I think 3 right now is cool. And then the main change I did for the top 5 for the next team is the Bengals. I got Cameron sitting at number 2. Shout out to the Bengals. With a 10-1 record, he was sitting at the 4 seed before I made the change, and he was sitting at the 4 seed in Week 9's power rankings. He lost in Week 1. And then he's 10-0 ever since. Hasn't lost a game. He is 4-0 versus his division. 6-1 versus the non-division opponents. He's played 5 top 16 opponents, who is the Cowboys, the Jaguars, the Ravens, the Commanders, and the Chiefs, sitting at a 4-1 record. and is currently the number 2 seed in the AFC playoff picture. See, this guy, he really could be number 1. If it wasn't for the number 1 team, I would think Cam would be sitting at number 1. And him sitting at 2, using the logic I used for the last two users who's sitting at 3 and 4. Since Cam lost to a team higher in the power rankings, I feel like 2 is the right decision. He's currently 10-0. He did get blown out by the Cowboys, which is crazy. Hold on, let me look at this. He got blown out by the Cowboys, and then he declared that he was tanking. So he declared that he was tanking, and he's 10-0 ever since. Another AFC top dog and number 2, perfect decision. And then obviously, the number 1 team in the No Trash Madden League, I got the Denver Broncos. I'm pretty sure this is a unanimous decision. Sitting at 11-0, he was currently the number 1 seed in Week 9's power rankings. He's currently on an 11-game win streak. He's currently on an 11-game winning streak. He's the only undefeated team remaining. 4-0 versus his division, 6-0 versus non-division opponents. He's played 4 top 16 opponents, being the Chiefs, the Jets, the Saints, and the Ravens, and is sitting at a 4-0 record, obviously undefeated, and currently number 1 seed in the playoff picture. In the AFC playoff picture. So, like I said, unanimous decision, reigning Super Bowl champ. I personally don't think nobody's gonna beat him. There are a couple teams who can beat him, but right now with the team he has, with the quarterback he's got, and the rhythm he's going, the rhythm he's on, he's kind of looking unstoppable right now. And sending a message to all the other users, including myself, we gotta dethrone this guy. All right, this. We can't have another Colton, like a Madden 20 Colton, where somebody just ruled the goddamn Madden release. All right, we can't let him get a third. We can't let him get back to back neither. No, that goes for you too, Cameron. Cause you're probably the only hope in the AFC. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be completely real. But yeah, that was the power rankings. I'm just gonna go over it quick again. I got Colton at 16 with a 6-6 record. Mert at 15 with a 6-5 record. Chris at 14 with a 7-5 record. Gerard at 13 with a 7-5 record. Justin at 12, 6-4-1 record. Tyler at 11 with an 8-4 record. Jimmy at 10 with a 7-4 record. Lou at 9 with an 8-3 record. Eric at 8 with an 8-3 record. Anthony Jenkins at 7 with a 8-3-1 record. Carl at 6 with an 8-3 record. Dylan at 5 with a 10-2 record. Larry at 4 with a 10-1 record. Myself at 3 with a 10-1 record. Cam at 2 with a 10-1 record. And Kyle at 1 with an 11-0 record. Alright, now I'm going to transition into talking about the playoff picture. So right now I want to talk about the teams that's currently in the hunt for the AFC and the NFC. For the AFC, we got the Jets sitting at 6-6, the Bills sitting at 5-6, the Colts sitting at 5-6, and the Texans sitting at 5-7. Unlike the NFC, the AFC is very close for that 7th seed. With Mert currently at the 7th seed sitting at 6-5, it can go either way. And I see it being a battle between the Jets and the Ravens for that last spot. I really don't think the Bills could. I don't think they're gonna make any noise. Also, they play the Cardinals this week, which is pretty tough, so they might drop to 5-7. They might get the upset. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Colts in that 5-6. Who knows how his schedule is with his work schedule? Who knows if he can even play to even like have a fighting chance? Also with the Texans with his recent personal issues, sitting at 5-7. Also trading Watson. Kind of don't see him making that much noise for the remainder of the season. And then I got the NFC. I got the 49ers sitting at 7-5. I got the Giants sitting at 5-6, and the Falcons sitting at 5-7. So I just added those two other teams in the NFC But really, the only team that's really in contention for this playoff for the playoffs is the 49ers. With the Commanders sitting at 7-4 and the 49ers sitting at 75, those are gonna be the two teams that's I don't know. It's gonna be tough because how stacked the NFC is with the Cardinals being at 10-1, Cowboys being at 10-1, Lions being at 10-2, fucking Saints being at 8-3, Seahawks being at 8-3-1, Tyler being at 8-4, and it's just tough. So none of these teams, the 49ers and the Commanders, can lose any games. Who I think is gonna make the playoffs, I'm just gonna be very unbiased right now and say the Commanders. Not because the 49ers are in my division, because his schedule is a little weaker. He's got most of his division opponents out. Uh, and yeah, that's who I got. So right now, if the playoffs did end today, we would have the Broncos and the Cardinals respectively at the number 1 seed. We would have the Bengals, the 2 seed Bengals versus the 7 seed Ravens, uh, matching off at 1 o'clock. We got the 3 seed Titans versus the 6 seed Jags. Ooh, that's a good one. At I'm not gonna say these fucking times. We got the Dolphins versus the Chiefs, and that's for the AFC. And then the NFC, we got the Cowboys versus the Commanders. Wow, another division game. We got the Lions versus the Seahawks, another regular season rematch, and we got the Saints and the Eagles, another regular season rematch. Uh, wow, I kind of want the season to end right now because all these games are really good. Maybe except Bengals Ravens. That's kind of a one-sided. It depends on which Mert that shows up. He can give you a game, but I think Cam got that one. Jags swept the Titans, so a third game for the clean sweep. Man, I'm gonna need y'all to stream that one. I'm gonna need y'all to stream that one. Dolphins and the Chiefs. Battle of the running backs. I think this is gonna be a ground and pound game. This could be a good game. Dolphins is very slept on defense. So is the Chiefs. But let's see how Trey Lance plays, and let's see how Willie Beeman plays. This might be, yeah, that's gonna be a ground and pound game. The Cowboys versus the Commanders. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys beat the Commanders. I believe it was week 7. To was the Commanders? Were they both undefeated? I don't know, but it was the Cowboys to remain undefeated. They do have another game against each other. Uh, let's see how the second game goes to determine how really good the third game goes. I think both games are going to be great though. And then and then the Lions versus the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure the Lions blew out the Seahawks, blew them out the fucking water in the week 4, week 5 matchup. In a rematch where did the Seahawks have Kyler Murray? I'm not sure. I don't know, but the Seahawks having Kyler Murray, Santonio Holmes, his wide receiver, just getting superstar dev a couple weeks back. That should be a good game, a really good game. I kind of want to see a stream of that too. And then Saints and the Eagles, I believe they played already. I believe the Eagles won. I don't. Let me just double check that right now. Don't know why I went all the way back. I'm kind of stupid. uh. Okay. See, they play this week. I'm gonna need a stream of that. I already know my boy T Sizzle gonna stream that. Uh, man, I feel like Carl has the advantage because his defense is crazy. You don't know what he's gonna really come out with, but Tyler's offense is pretty explosive with X Factor Jalen Hurts. So this could be a high-scoring game, or this could be a one-sided game. But nonetheless, it's still a great game. Do I see any changes? Mm, I feel like this could be the final. I feel like either the Jets or the 49ers, they can move up to the 7th seed. If anything, it's gonna be yo. If anything, it's gonna be some seed placements that's gonna change. But I think this might be the final playoff picture. And yeah, that's about it, man. Who I got winning in the Super Bowl? Come on, man. You already motherfucking know. You already know. So yeah, that's really the end of the playoff picture discussion and the power ranks discussion. If you guys agree, disagree, let me know. If you guys think you should be up, if you guys think you should be higher, if you guys think you should be lower, blah 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 blah. Let me know. I'm about to go become an Elden Lord, man. So peace out.